There was definitely no shortage of spoilers during Avengers Infinity War. With so many characters, we were surprised to see a familiar face lurking around Vormir. We hadn't seen this iconic villain on the big screen for quite some time, and many may have wondered about the significance of his appearance. See if you've considered all of the implications of the return of Red Skull. But before we take a look at what nobody realized about Red Skull's appearance in Avengers Infinity War, subscribe to CBR and ring that bell to join our notification squad so you never miss any of our MCU videos. When it comes to comic book villains, Red Skull is one that stands out among the rest. Not only is he a compelling villain, but he's one who's pretty much universally reviled, what with being a Nazi and all. His real name is Johann Schmidt, and his face obtained its, let's say, unique look when he took an early version of Captain America's super soldier serum. Not only did he not gain any of Captain America's superpowers, he didn't get his good looks either. He made a career move that took him from Nazi soldier to Hydra agent. We saw him back in Captain America, the First Avenger, and even at that time, he was dealing with powerful magical items. During this movie, we saw Red Skull attempting to use something called the Tesseract, which would later be revealed to be the Space Stone. He and fellow Hydra scientist Arnim Zola harnessed the power of the Space Stone to create powerful weapons. As we all know, Loki would eventually use the power to open up a portal in New York City, allowing Thanos' army to pass through and launch an attack. Like most evildoers who seek one of the Infinity Stones, Red Skull was interested in world domination, but again, like most evildoers, his plan backfired pretty horribly. We last saw Red Skull being ripped through a space-time portal, which generally isn't the sort of thing people bounce back from. But even though superheroes may hate him, there are tons of Red Skull fans out there, and some of them are even working on the Avengers franchise. Stephen McFeely and Christopher Marcus are writers responsible for some of your favorite Marvel movies, including Avengers Infinity War and the upcoming Avengers 4. They've stated that they can't get enough of this iconic villain, and they love nothing more than to have him in each and every movie. Red Skull made more than just a mere cameo in Infinity War. His dialogue revealed some pretty telling things about what is going on in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. During the movie, we saw Red Skull had gone from pursuing the Infinity Stones to essentially working for one of them. Now, this is something which comic book fans had some insider knowledge of. Up until now, in the MCU, the Infinity Stones had merely been portrayed as supremely powerful objects. While this is true, in the comic books, they absolutely have minds of their own. The Space Stone was what transported Red Skull to Vormir in the first place, and apparently decided he didn't look creepy enough. He was given a new, ominous cloak and a message to pass on to those seeking the Soul Stone. When he greets Thanos and Gamora, it seems their reputation precedes them because Red Skull knows exactly who they are and what they're doing there. Red Skull tells them that knowing everything is his job, and he wasn't just being flippant here. For once, Red Skull isn't in charge. He's doing the bidding of the Infinity Stones, which have supernatural powers. He also revealed that his desire to possess an Infinity Stone had led it to reject him. Yes, the Infinity Stones are way more than simple weapons. They have minds of their own and an agenda. After all, it wasn't Red Skull who demanded Thanos sacrifice his daughter Gamora, it was the stone itself. We would say not to kill the messenger, but we're pretty sure Red Skull will need to be taken down at some point. And speaking of needing to be taken down, we fully expect to see Red Skull make an appearance in Avengers 4. Anthony and Joseph Russo, more commonly known as the Russo brothers, directed Avengers Infinity War and are even directing the sequel. They are also fans of Red Skull and have provided some insight as to what we can expect from the character. During a Twitter Q&A, the directors were questioned about Red Skull and what he's currently doing. Apparently, he survived the snap and is now free to leave Vormir if he chooses. They added, he is also free to pursue his desire for an Infinity Stone. So apparently, our old pal Red Skull hasn't given up on obtaining a little slice of ultimate power for himself. We're guessing he didn't learn his lesson the first time and will be going back for a second heaping helping of punishment. Following Infinity War, most people likely expected that Red Skull was set free, since the Soul Stone is in the possession of Thanos. But apparently, Red Skull hasn't decided to retire to a crime-free life. The Russo brothers are clearly teasing that he'll be back in a big way. And we can definitely see him playing an even bigger role in Avengers 4. After all, he has a ton of knowledge about the Infinity Stones, and the Soul Stone in particular. As our heroes struggle to right the wrongs perpetrated by Thanos, his insider information might be extremely useful. We also believe that the sentient aspect of the Infinity Stones will have a large role in the next movie. We saw our heroes make some pretty questionable decisions if you remove the context. Star-Lord disappointed tons of fans by failing to take out Gamora before she could be captured by Thanos, and then he ruined the plan by lunging at Thanos in a fit of rage when he learned of her fate. Also, despite claiming he would gladly let both Tony Stark and Peter Parker perish to protect the Time Stone, we saw Doctor Strange hand it over to Thanos in order to protect Tony. If the stones are, in fact, able to control their fate and test those who wish to obtain them, it could be that these actions will end up paying off in the long run. After all, the Soul Stone is clearly into the idea of sacrifice, and we saw so many heroes making serious sacrifices during Infinity War. We doubt Red Skull's relationship with the Infinity Stones is over, or that the stones are done demanding sacrifices. That's what nobody seemed to notice about Red Skull's appearance in Avengers Infinity War. Were you excited to see Red Skull? What role do you think he'll have in Avengers 4? Let us know in the comments section below. And don't forget to subscribe to CBR for more MCU videos like this one. Thanks for watching.